What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Bowjinjin plays Danganronpa V3. So we are finally here, the second class trial. For me, it's been a long time coming, but we're finally here, and what a crazy fucking ordeal really that we've been through. So just to quickly, I mean, I'm sure you already know what's happened, but just to quickly summarize, yep, so the victim this time around is Ryoma, and he, God, like, what can I even say, you know, he met with a very untimely and also grisly end, man, you know. He was eaten alive in a fish tank. I mean, apparently that wasn't what killed him. So perhaps that is, I mean, being murdered is being murdered, right? But, you know, the apparent cause of death was drowning and not being eaten alive. So he was already dead by the time we saw him the first time around. But yeah, crazy. Like, leading up to this trial, right? Like, there were really no indications as to him dying per se. You know, it was very subtle in the way that, like, it wasn't really, I don't feel like it was really broadcast that clearly, right? But I suppose, you know, this is, I guess, one of the strengths of Danganronpa is misdirection, like I say, right? You know, there was lots of stuff going on. You know, there was Himiko and Angie. You know, I had thought, you know, I had thought that, like, maybe out of everyone, Himiko may have seen her own video. You know, it's possible. It might still be possible, but, like, and so I thought that perhaps Himiko, and with all of, you know, obviously Ryoma died in the middle of Himiko and Angie's magic show that they both organized, and so leading up to that, before we even saw Ryoma, like, I was really fearing for Himiko. Or rather, that was the direction that the game was leading us in. You know, what with her sudden change and now becoming a devout follower of Atua and everything. That was one of them. The other one was Gunter and Kokichi, right? So the game very cleverly kind of formed all these pairs. You know, and it was like a interesting little kind of, I guess you could say, love triangle between Himiko, Angie, and Tenko, or should I say Himiko, Atua, and Neo Aikido. You know, and so, like, the game kind of put everyone into groups and really, like, yeah, you know, kind of misdirected, like, basically, like, yeah, you know, I don't think anyone saw this coming. And if you did, like, you're probably a smarter person than I am, you know, by a long shot. At least in the way of, like, picking up on these subtle kind of hints and stuff like that. But, like, yeah, this was not expected for me at all. Like, it wasn't even obvious, like, even remotely obvious, like, that this was going to happen. But, like, we're here now, and I'm just going to quickly, I guess, look over the, the handbook to see what the hell we have, and maybe piece together a semblance of, or some semblance of, a theory for who could have killed him, right? So, straight off the bat, none of my, like, okay, straight off the bat, like, who is suspicious to me? Well, I'm gonna come out straight and say it. Like, there's a part of me that feels some degree of suspicion towards Kaito, and I don't really know why. You know, it's not something that is very easy for me to explain, but, like, it just feels as though, like, there's a few things that the game kind of threw at us, right? The whole kind of, like, us training with him and becoming really close with him. But also, like, there's the whole there's the whole kind of... There were a few remarks that Shuichi made. One of which was at the very, or close to the beginning of the chapter, where he said that, you know, well, little did I know that, like, trusting people on this island, or wherever they are, right? I don't think they're in an island, but in this school would be a big mistake. And who would he be the most trustful of at this point, right? Or rather, you know, which character, like, does the game kind of put the closest to Shuichi? Kaito, right? And also he made another comment at some point where he said, I mean, this is maybe slightly unrelated, but he, you know, this was when I was kind of worried that Kaito might be the one to be killed, right? You know, he said something like, you know, well, I hope I see him again. Like, I thought that was like a strange comment that Shuichi made, but I don't know. And like, there were a few things that just kind of leap out at me that I wouldn't say that they're necessarily kind of incriminating, but like, just out of everyone, like, you know, we were his sidekick during the investigation. And just a few things that he said were a bit strange. Like, he was very pushy. He's, you know, and I guess you could chalk it up to his personality, but like, just a few, you know, things he said, like, you know, like, the people who were witnessing the act were not really, or shouldn't be suspected, right? And I believe that, like, he wasn't there, right? Which is weird, and it doesn't make sense, because if he said that, then it would potentially incriminate him. If he said that if he wasn't there, which I don't believe he was, I could be wrong, but I don't think he was, because he wasn't sure about, like, I remember him asking Shuichi or something like that, like, what actually happened, because he didn't actually see Ryoma being eaten by the piranhas, right? So I don't know, but again, yeah, you know, since he wasn't there, the fact that he would say that the people who were there are probably less suspicious would incriminate him potentially, right? So like, it's a bit weird, but like, it's just a few things, like, during the investigation and like throughout the chapter that kind of like point to him weirdly. Gonta, I'm in agreement with Shuichi that Gonta has a rock solid alibi this time round, because everyone saw him at some point, unless I'm missing something. Again, I just have to say that I'm not very good at deductive reasoning. I would make a very shitty detective, right? But like, I'm trying my best to kind of piece together what I do know, but that's really just a hunch. Like, I can't really back that up with any evidence or anything specific, but like, I could probably think it through, but like, I don't think Gonta's the culprit this time around. Kokichi, I don't know, my hunch is saying that he's not the killer. Even though, like, he doesn't have an alibi between a certain time frame, between the time that Kirumi saw him, which is 10 o'clock, or I think, right, to 11, which is when he actually returns to the entomologist lab. Plus, like, you know, obviously, like, he was doing a lot of shit, but like, I feel that highlighting him as a suspect might be too obvious. At least this time around, I don't think he's the killer. Korikyo, no, he was with us the entire time in the bug thing, in the entomologist lab, and I think he was there in the morning too. So yeah, definitely not. Kibo, I say that and he's the fucking killer, but Kibo, there was an interesting thought I had throughout, like, during the investigation, where he. Do you guys remember, like, when he recorded us talk, or yeah, like, he recorded us and he recorded Kokichi, which he used to kind of stop the whole kind of like mutual motor video watching session, right? You know, and he mentioned, or rather we saw him use his audio recording function, and he mentioned that the tape he used was metallic. And it's simply the word. But I remember that, like, you know, Shuichi was remarking that, like, there were a few scratches in a few places, like on walls and stuff, that, like, perhaps things could have been made. Like, obviously, like, I don't know, like, that's a very, very far-fetched statement to make. It's just a single word, metal, right? You know, where would that metal come from? Is it actually, could you actually take it out of Kibo? You know, because common sense would tell you that, like, the marks on the walls were made by some kind of cable with maybe something attached to it, right? But it was just a thought I had. It's probably a stupid thought, but, like, I just thought that I would mention that. But as far as things go, he was in the bug room. I think he was, you know, yeah, it's unlikely, like, it's highly unlikely it's him. Kirumi is an interesting one. My guts would tell me that she's not the killer, but I wouldn't say that her alibi is rock solid. You know, she was seen by at least Kokichi. I don't know who else saw her. I seem to remember that someone else might have told us something about her during the, you know, obviously the past day, but, like, you know, obviously she wasn't in the bug room. She was, I believe, at the show. What did you know? Let's kind of go back to what we were discussing with Kaito in the form of, like, who was during the evening where, you know, Ryoma could have potentially been murdered, because, like, I think it's at least at the forefront that, like, it would have been very improbable for Ryoma to have been killed during the morning, during the actual performance, because he was already dead. He died from drowning. And just, when did they bring the equipment over? You know, it seems unlikely that he was killed. At least, just, like, based on where the game is kind of directing us, like, that he was killed in the morning, and so it is more likely that he probably died sometime in the evening, the previous evening, right? At least preliminarily. And yeah, so we were discussing with Kaito, and we kind of arrived at the, well, yeah, so we kind of like basically summarized, like, who, like, there were 5 people initially in the bug room that gone to court, and then 2 additional ones, namely Himiko and Angie, that he caught, so 7 people. And there were a further 5. Obviously, there's Kibo as well. That's the one person I forgot to count, but, like, oh, not Kibo, sorry, Gonta. So that makes 8. Does that count Kokichi? I don't know if that count I don't think that counts Kokichi. So, like, that would make 9, and there are 5. 2 are already dead. Yeah, that's right, right? Wait, that might be wrong. 8 plus 5 is 13. Yeah, okay. So maybe Kokichi is part of that. So yeah, and then 2 are already dead, right? So that adds up to. Wait, no. There's 16, right? 1, 4, 8. I told you guys I was really bad at, like, deductive reasoning. I have to really focus on it, and I still make mistakes, but 16, okay. So Kokichi was not counted amongst those initial 7. Or 8, including Gonta. So there were 9, including Gonta and Kokichi, that were involved with the whole bug thing, which leaves, and 2 people are dead, or were dead at the time, so that leaves 5 people unaccounted for. Kaito wasn't there, Ryoma wasn't there, Kokichi wasn't there, Kirumi wasn't there, and Maki was obviously not there, right, because she was in her lab supposedly. Obviously, Maki, you know, we're led to believe that she has no alibi and therefore is very suspicious, but, like, again, Maki, I doubt it, you know, I heavily doubt it. Tsumugi was there, yeah, so, Miyu as well. Miyu wasn't there. Let me count this again. Miyu 1, Maki 2, Kirumi 3, Kokichi, did I count him by accident? Kaito 4 and Ryoma 5. Okay, so I don't know why I counted Kokichi. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and Miyu 5. What the hell was Miyu doing? Out of everyone, I like, it seems that like Miyu like does not have any clear alibi or any clear indication as to what she was actually doing during that time. Like, the only piece of kind of confirmation that we have in like that might lead, like, that might kind of hint at what she was doing was that I think Kokichi mentioned that he saw a naked woman or a half-naked woman running around, and it couldn't be anyone but Miyu. And this confirms something else that was discussed, which is that Gunter tried to catch Miyu, but Miyu used her, whatever it was called, secret woman weapon or something, against him, which I guess would be her gazongas, right? Or whatever it could be, right? Whichever one of the three, the inverted triangle, you know. But yeah, so I will say that like I said, Kaito is an interesting person relative to well, with regards to suspicion. Gonta, no. Kokichi, maybe. Korikyu, no. Kibo, I don't think so. Kirumi, potentially. Himiko, I mean, she's probably, like, you know, Kokichi was already suspecting her, so she's going to be our first wrongfully suspected person. Maki is probably going to be our second or one of the later wrongfully suspected people because of a lack of alibi. Obvious lack of alibi. Tenko was there with us. No, and there's too much charge surrounding her character, like with the whole kind of Himiko thing, that I don't think she's going to have any major role to play in this particular trial anyway. Tsumugi was there with us as well, and there's nothing that suggests that she was involved at all. Angie. I don't know. Like, she's suspicious in general, right? You know, with her whole Atua thing. Just scanning my feelings, but like in terms of the case and her being a potential murderer, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, but like I guess the people who are worthy of suspicion, I'll just kind of list them real quick here. It's already been 20 minutes. I apologize. Like, yeah, you know, these trials, like I did say it in the past that maybe I'll split them in the future, but like it's fun to do them all at once, you know, kind of thing. But like, Kaito is one of them. Kokichi is another. I don't know about I don't think so. Like, Kirumi is a third. Himiko is also worthy of suspicion, but I think she's going to be like a red herring in the same way that Maki is going to be. Tenko, no. Tsumugi, no. Angie is the fourth. Miyu is the fifth. I don't think it's Miyu, but like, I don't think it's Miyu. So it's really between those four people. Yeah, so Kaito, Kokichi, who was the other one? Let me just quickly go back. Kirumi, which is unlikely, honestly. Or Angie. And between all of these people, weirdly, I would say it's Kaito and Angie for some reason. Even though, like, Angie would be a weird choice, because, like, what does she have to fucking, like, the thing is, she organized this thing. Who knows what she and Himiko were discussing? It honestly, like, suspecting her it seems dumb to me, from just, like, the potentiality of it, but, like, that's just all I have to go by. So anyway, let's move on to our truth bullets and see if we can't kind of gain, like, elucidate what the kind of causal link of events, if you will. So he was discovered in the gym, obviously. The cause of death was drowning. There's no time of death. Apparently, or rather, like, we're led to believe that the time of death has some significant role in this trial, which is reinforced by the fact that, like, Monokuma said, or someone said that Monokuma would not reveal anything that basically would too obviously reveal the identity of the actual killer. So I guess we're safe in assuming that, like, the time of death actually is very important in this trial. The cause of death was drowning. Afterward, the victim's body was consumed by piranhas. Okay, we know that. Yeah, so, like, yeah, this is what Angie said. She said that the amount of piranhas compared to when she actually prepared for it was more. Which, honestly speaking, the fact that that I remember her giving this testimony decreases the amount of suspicion I have towards her. Not handcuffs. It's made out of stainless steel, but there were still scratches. It seems to have been taken out of the shower room in... Yeah, so my thoughts on that would be, right, that it is difficult to leave any marks because it's stainless steel, but maybe, like, some kind of great deal of force was used. So maybe they were used prior to kind of going around Ryoma's wrists, is what I would think, right? There's some kind of weird mechanism that the kind of was used between the ultimate prisoner's shower room, the pool, and the gym, right? And seeing as there were marks on both windows, I'm guessing there was some kind of, maybe like a pull, like someone did something. But then that begs the question, who had access to the ultimate prisoner's shower room? Obviously, one of the very obvious person would be Ryoma, right? So, again, if Danganronpa is, and, you know, again, like, if you haven't played the first two games, then you probably shouldn't be watching this playthrough, you know, because, like, I'll say things, I'll try not to spoil the first two games, but, like, occasionally I'll say things that will allude to, like, the kind of proceedings of the first two games, sorry. So, like, again, I heavily recommend that if you have not played or watched someone play Danganronpa's 1 and 2, at the very least, then you probably shouldn't be watching this playthrough, or any playthrough of Danganronpa V3 for that matter, but... Yeah, like, if Danganronpa has kind of... The thing is, like, the thing about Danganronpa is, like, I'm guessing it probably becomes more and more harder to write these games because, like, they kind of pull out all the stops and, like, they do things like kind of reveal to you the possibility that the person who was killed was actually not innocent, in the sense that they weren't just a hapless victim. Not hapless, but, like, blameless, right? Like, a lot of the times, like, the victim, like, it's more kind of convoluted than just that, you know. But yeah, so that's all I have for now, is that, like, there was some kind of mechanism that was used between those three locations, and seeing as one of them was in the research lab, even though they do explicitly say that, like, there are no locks on the research lab, so that really, technically anyone could go in, right? Although that reminds me, yeah, so let me just finish my thought, actually, because I can be a bit scatterbrained, but, like, yeah, the fact that anyone could go in does not limit the possibility to only Ryoma, right? At least if I'm remembering correctly, but, like, yeah, I just remember there was also the tennis net as well. The tennis net, the steel wiring that holds the top of the tennis net, like, straight, right, was removed and potentially used. Potentially that could have been part of the mechanism that these handcuffs were part of, like 50 meters. Oh yeah, like, oh yeah, okay, things are kind of coming together for me. So what were the, I don't know, pool rules? Damn it. I didn't make the connection early enough. I didn't, like, and obviously I'm not going to go back and watch it, but, like, what was the width of the pool? Was it less than 50 meters? Potentially, very much so. And there were marks on the fountain. Not the fountain, but the basin. yeah, or the sink, right? There's marks there, but obviously you wouldn't be able to put the handcuffs on there, so that's not a good connection. And there's water in there. There was water in there. It looked large enough to fill a good amount of water in it. It was scraped by something. It was scraped by something. This wire was around 50 feet in length, which, again, I don't like. I wasn't paying attention, or rather, I've already forgotten. But like, I'm guessing that is enough to reach from the ultimate prisoner's shower room to the gym. Water tank trick. Actually, let me go through these in order. So that's all I got for now. Like, but these were all part of the same mechanism, and we know that like maybe they were trying to transport something across the pool, basically. Square glass pane. So this, I'm guessing, is related to this water tank trick. I'm guessing that the pane of glass is actually that flap, is what I would guess. So somehow that detached. Which means, okay, this is interesting. Okay, this is very interesting. So this is my thought process, actually. Maybe I'm not so bad at deductive reasoning. I just have to focus real hard. But like, so logic would have it. So okay, so straight off the bat, right? We can basically just, through kind of thinking it through, like the reason that there's a pane at the side of the water escape tank is so that the person, when submerged in the tank and the tank closed off, they can come out of there. Right, we're assuming that this lies above the water level, so that like no water comes splashing out of it. But like, yeah, someone comes out of it, and and that's how they escape the trap, right? That's the trick. But seeing as we found the glass pane that is that flap inside of the tank, once we emptied it, would suggest that the last action was not of someone going out of the tank, but rather someone going inside, or someone being put inside the tank, right? That would be my thoughts on that so far. Like, whether or not Himiko actually went out of the thing first, and then someone was put into it. In which case that would cast suspicion on Himiko, right? Because, like, obviously she would have known. And another thought just crossed my mind. For like whoever to have, because I'm guessing that because Gunter was trying to get him out, right? Oh wait, what was the tank actually sealed? I don't believe it was. Because, you know, Gunter was saying that he wanted to go inside of the tank. And for him to express that means that, like, it was probably not sealed. That the top of it was probably not sealed. Right? But yeah, the thought I had is like, whoever pulled this off probably knew about this trick. And was probably already planning for this. Right? But who would know about the trick? So either someone who was close to Himiko, or Himiko herself, or someone who had been to the ultimate magician's lab. Piranha tank. Only the front side of it was made of glass, the other sides were made of wood. I don't know why they would specify that, unless it was important. It looked like there was no lid from the start. There was no lid from the start, so it's possible that someone put either, like, the extra piranhas in there, maybe? Where would they have gotten the piranhas from? Let's get to it. It was in the Ultimate Magician's lab. Carried over by Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. I don't know why that is important at the moment, like who carried it over. Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. Kaito Kibo. During the magic show, it was hung over the water escape tank using the control panel for the stage lights. Huh. Only the front side was made of glass, the other sides were made of wood. Also, there was no lid from the start. Marked window frame. Distinct abrasions as if it was scratched by something. There's distinct abrasions in the window frame of the ultimate tennis land. Wet staircase. Behind the stairs that led to the stage there was a puddle. The stairs themselves were not wet in certain places. This doesn't seem like the stairs could have gotten wet when the water tank broke. So this is probably the exit, right? It's not clear. But then again, if this square plane is indeed the flap that is part of this water tank trick, then if this was already in the tank, then like obviously that is not where she came out. Or is it? Is that where the curtain is covering? Because if it were the actual bit right next, like just, you know, like adjacent to the stairs, then like it would have been missing a piece of glass. So it's obvious that that's not where she came out of. I'm guessing it was where the curtain is. Is it clear which side it is on this tank? It's on the side that is not. Yeah, potentially it could have been like on the left side of the stairs in that little gap. And then she just crossed the stairs and onto the right side. What's that rope doing there? Why is there a rope there? Is that part of the key things I have? The truth bullets? Right before Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist lab by Gonzo. So these are the 5 people, or rather the 7 people who have an alibi for that time frame, except for Kokichi. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9 PM. So we arrived at 8. Is that what I'm to understand? Is that why there's an 8 PM? Well, not PM, but like 8 o'clock on the photo there. Forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist lab by Gonzo, was tricked by Kokichi. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9. Which was 55 minutes later. Kokichi left the lab at 9 PM. Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in the blah blah until after 11 PM. Which is when Kokichi came back to the lab. He accounted for 9 PM to 10 PM, which is when he encountered Kurumi, but like apparently 10 PM to 11 PM we can't really vouch for what he was doing. During the magic show when him went to the top of the stage, no one was in the tank during that time. So Himiko had already escaped, and Gonzo had yet to be put into the tank, which is interesting. Because that would mean that there's a 10, or that would, supposedly there would be a 10-second time frame, or 20-second. How does that work? Like, Gonzo went to, no one was in the tank during that time. Gonzo didn't. What happened after that? I can't remember. Did he step down? No, he stayed in there, right? So it must have been after the time hit 0 that Ryoma's body was put into the thing. A piece of fabric that was floating in the pool. At first glance it looked like trash. the top. It was clearly. The only thing that kind of makes a bit of sense to me is that Ryoma's body was in the piranha tank, or like dropped into the actual main tank together with the piranhas, is what I would think. Although like there was no signs of it having been eaten. So, like, maybe it wasn't until... Man. That would be my guess, is that, like, he was actually dropped. But then there's a pane of glass at the front, so people would have seen it. People would definitely have seen it. Right? Because I'm entertaining a theory here that, like, he was transported. Maybe he was killed... Maybe he was killed in the shower room. Because there's that thing of like the unexplained scratched sink. It was scraped by something, so maybe that's a sign of a struggle. Maybe someone like pushed his head into there and fucking drowned him. And then they tied him to a mechanism and transported him across, which is why there's that piece of fabric. Because this obviously belongs to Ryoma, right? Part of his clothes. Even though we couldn't closely examine his clothes afterwards, right? Entering the pool is prohibited during nighttime. And then Monokuma made some kind of hint that, like, unless they were dead, or as long as they were alive. So no one entered the pool at nighttime. And there was that weird. It's not in our fucking truth bullets, but like there was that weird float life ring with something tied to it as well. What the fuck, man? And then like yeah, there was that life ring with something tied to it, and that was also where we found the piece of fabric. And then there was also a comment that like. Shuichi made about how, well, like Kaito was like, they would like maybe they couldn't take it because they couldn't take it or something, and then or he couldn't go into the pool or something, and then Shuichi said something like, that's one way of looking at it. Man, I'm bad at this stuff. I'm bad at coming up with theories. Like I can kind of work things out, but I'm really bad with like theories and stuff like that. Let's see. If Ryoma was killed in his research lab, he could have been transported. There were more piranhas in the glass. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. Sorry about this. I'm really bad. I'm trying to like entertain a theory here, but like it's difficult. Okay, how would that mechanism work then? They could tie Ryoma's body. Okay, so the my assumption is that Ryoma died in the evening, sometime, and then his body was somehow transported to the gym from wherever he was, whether that would be in the pool or in his research lab. I'm leaning more towards the pool or something, although maybe not. But something gives me the impression that like perhaps this like his body was transported last minute by someone, but I'm not sure who. The piranha thing I really don't get. And then, yeah, then there's that shit. Yeah, this is the, he was caught by Kirumi, stayed with her until 10. He returned to, okay. He saw a figure of a girl in lingerie, wandering around the courtyard a few times. What the fuck were you doing, Miyu? Wait, did someone steal her clothes or something? Why would they? Was it to create like a commotion? Like, there's a number of things. It's like Kokichi did this whole like chasing people around with Gonta thing. Which is probably a coincidence. It's probably a coincidence. That seems to be how things play out with these trials. Is that like something just happens to happen? Like in the first case, like they just happen to have like a deadline BGM play when Kaede, you know, did her thing. But oh god, I could sit here and think ad infinitum, right, about what could have happened, and maybe I'd work it out after like a long time, but I'm just not. I'm not very quick with this kind of stuff. But that's all that the truth bullets we have, and I don't really want to waste any more of your time, or my own time, to be honest. We might just dive into it and play it out and see what happens. Let's see. Like I'm kind of, I want to pin it down to someone, but like I really don't know, to be honest. Yeah, like you know what? I think I'm just gonna go into it. Like, let me save it real quick. I think I'm gonna just go into it. Just I don't want to waste any more time. I've already kind of discussed this. Like, we'll try and figure it out along the way. But anyway, let's, oh, you know what we should do? We should actually equip our skills this time, because last time we fucking failed. Let's see. Let's trigger happy. Decrease the delay after using truth bullets. That's not really that useful to me. It's not that useful. Charisma. Increases the amount of influence recovered by right answers. That might be useful. I might get charisma. Effective during shake less. Well, that's not super useful. Trigger happy in delusion. Oh, I already have that. Oh wait. I don't know which ones I already have. I'm guessing it's the ones in black, right? So I already have that, and then I have 8 to spend. Silences all conversations except those the reticle is on. Effective during mass panic debates. I might honestly get charisma. Just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. Okay. I'm playing defensively here, so anyway, let's, I guess, start. Oh boy. Let's see what is in store for us here. And I'm going to try and stay quiet because it's late and I don't want to wake anyone up. Alright, so let's pay attention here. Yeah, we know all this already. We can skip through it. Himiko, right? That's gonna be the first red herring. I think I'm gonna skip through this so we go a bit quicker. I don't want to be here forever, right? And I'm doing this in one sitting. Okay, so it's pretty obvious what's happening here. Angie? Angie's a fucking wild card, man. I don't know what the fuck she's thinking half the time. I don't think she's the killer. At least, like, not straight off the bat. I do suspect her, like I say, but like... Angie's a crazy character. It'll be interesting to see how her character develops, definitely. Well, let's hear this out at least. I'm guessing that's probably the primary basis for this argument. Yeah. My thoughts are that the trick, obviously, this is probably not like something that is personal to me, but like, I'm guessing like it didn't. I don't think it necessarily played a part in the murder, unless someone knew what was going to happen. But also, Kimiko's surprisingly like okay with the fact that like Angie is like ratting her out right now. But yeah, like I think more likely, or like what I'm thinking is that like perhaps it was more of a mean, like it was done in tandem with the magic act, if that makes sense, as opposed to like the magic act being the actual means of killing, right? Someone took advantage of the fact, like, and that would point towards the fact that like someone who knew about it would be the most suspicious, right? So I'm guessing that the people, I'm guessing this is the significance of this, right? The people who carried this whatever it is, the piranha tank over. It seems it would be one of those people. Is what I'm thinking right now, because it would mean that those people are the ones who knew about the plan, right? So either it was super premeditated and it was either one of Himiko or Angie, and I'm guessing it's probably not Himiko, seeing as she's our first red herring. It would lean more towards Angie's direction actually, but like it could also be not super premeditated, and it could be like someone like just conveniently was like, oh my god, yeah, let me help you out, in which case it would either be Kaito or Kibo. And Kibo is less likely, leaving only our Aussie bro, which is honestly not good. I'm gonna leave an also, it's just like, yeah. I wish I would talk a bit quicker. I feel that in the first game, like, the characters spoke more quickly. Sorry, let me just, okay. As I expected, the others suspect Himiko, but I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me. Okay, Shuichi, show them what you're made of. First, non-stop debate. Let's get this shit out of the way. Like, we want to get to the juicy stuff. Let's see. Oops. Oops. No, he wasn't eaten alive. There we go. He was drowned. Okay. I think I need faster reticle speed. Ryo's body was eaten by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That's a fact, but that doesn't mean it's a okay. There's a bit of hand holding from the game. I guess they have to because it's like the first point. They want people to be stuck on this one. Okay, so I think this is next point, right? Oh shit! What's the fucking button? Okay, where's the fucking? Ugh! God fucking damn it! Okay, I need to get used to buttons. I forgot the buttons. She's like fucking 12, man. You can't say titless, that she's titless. Of course she's titless. She's 12. Although she's probably 18, like I mentioned before. Okay. Like, fuck the fucking V-spot. It's the right... Oh, what? Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Damn it! Okay. Angie is fucking crazy. Like, yeah, like, that's it, right? Oh, I got the wrong fucking... There we go. Please hit. No! Shit. Okay. それは違うぞ。いや、星君はピラニアに食べられて死んだわけじゃないよ。ほら、モノクマファイルを見て。ここに死因は溺死って書いてあるよね。つまり星のやつは溺れて死んだってことだな。へえ、そうなんだ。モノクマファイルなんて見てないから知らなかったよ。嘘を言わないでください。嘘つきは男子の始まりですよ。でもそれがとキミコと水中で入れ替わった龍馬が溺れて死んだ後にピラニアにガブガブされただけでしょ。いえ、ユーメナさんの水中脱出のタイムリミットは60秒しかありませんでしたし、ショーの序盤に入れ替わったとしてもその短時間での歴史は不可能だと思いますよ。I don't know about that. Because, like, if someone's struggling, like, and, you know, when you struggle, you deplete your oxygen faster. I think 60 seconds would be enough under that duress to actually kill someone. I don't know, like, I don't know the scientific background of that, or the veracity of that, but That's what I would think. When did he drown? When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started, obviously. And our hunch is that it was sometime he was already dead, like before that day. Whoops. I mean, his fucking hands were handcuffed together. Like, even if he wanted to, I doubt he would have. Yeah, but even if he wanted to, I doubt he would have been able to get out of there. How did the fucking piranhas eat him and his clothes were perfectly, like, intact, like, outside of the tank? It's weird. Near the tank? I don't know about that. It's not fucking magic. Just tell everyone you're on the chopping block. Wake up. Please. Maybe. Yeah, but I think that's going to take some time. That's going to take some time. Okay, psycho girl. Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. We have a good idea of how it may have worked. Let's see. I'm guessing it's this. Yeah, I think that's the one we have to go for. Yeah, sure. You're the inventor. I'll trust what you say. Okay, so yeah, we consent with what's her name? Wamaki. Secret hatch. We got the V! Agree. We got Sanseda. I love the way the Japanese people say V. We. But like like my own race, or not race, but like my own ethnicity is not any better. We say we. We D. Anyway, Maki's correct. There was an escape hatch.
僕は夢野さんの研究教室でショーに使われたのと同じ水槽を調べたんだけど、水槽の側面の一部が開く仕組みになっていたんだ。あれが水槽。
But the question is, how did it end up inside of the tank? If it opens outwards. So it means, well, this is like an opposing theory to my theory that he was dropped into the piranha tank, like, you know, I don't know how plausible that is, honestly, but like, because people would have seen it, you know, it would have made noise. Okay, okay. We need to write a stupid argument so we can get on with this. Okay. I think I remember how this works. Square glass plane, I'm guessing is the one I need. There we go. This is way better than the one in 2, by the way. If you guys have played 2 or seen 2, which you should have if you're watching this playthrough, again, I have to be like, I have to kind of like play not devil's advocate, but like be like the annoying adult, like the annoying parent in this situation. But yeah, I think that this is way better. There would have been water. Where? Everywhere. That magic wouldn't. The trick would have been ruined. Wait, I'm gonna punch you. Good to know. It was near the top of it, right? Is that what I'm trying to point out? Fuck. Maybe not. But that would be logical, kind of. Square glass pane. Wait. Probably square. Damn it, I thought that would be it. Near the top. That has to be it. That has to be it. So why is it not it? Did I pick the wrong thing by accident? I just wasn't paying attention. That's not it. That is not it. What the fuck? Damn it, I'm losing health. Wet staircase, what does that say? It doesn't seem like the stairs could have gotten wet. I don't understand why it's not this. Because, yeah, like, if it's near the top. Isn't that the whole thing? What the fuck? I don't, like, the other thing is this, but that doesn't explain. That doesn't contradict what she's saying. What else do I have? Wet staircase, piranha tank is, I don't think that's anything to do with anything. I'm guessing it's the okay, that was it, but why? I'm guessing they're gonna say like the whole stairs would have been wet or something. Or maybe the stairs were covered. I don't know. What the fuck? Are you saying that was what covered it? To prevent... Uh-huh. Huh. That was really not obvious. That was really not obvious.
はっきりしてくるよね。夢野さんが水槽に入った直後、ショーの演出で水槽にカーテンがかけられると同時に、水中の夢野さんは水槽の抜け穴から階段の内部に入るんだ。その時溢れた水は階段の内部に溜まるから、周囲が濡れる心配はない。
そこから外に出るときはどうするの？
もちろん階段に脱出用の扉もあったはずだよ。きっとステージ裏側の側面が開く仕組みだろうね。しかも扉は側面全体が開くわけじゃなくて、下の方は開かないようになっていたんだと思う。
Clever.
それなら水を階段内部に残したまま本人だけが外に出ることができますね。
ただし本人はびしょびしょに濡れているはずだから、周囲に完全に痕跡を残さないのは不可能だ。
それでステージ裏の階段周辺にあんな水たまりができていたんだ。
夢野が階段の側面から出た時に濡れた服から水が下だったんだな。
どうなんだよ、びしょびしょビッチ。
この反応からして正解みたいだね。
You're a fraud. You may not be a murderer, but you're a fraud nonetheless.
水中脱出を成功させたときは、
She probably had to change her clothes. Didn't someone already mention that?
彼女の服は濡れていなかったのね。当然だ。うちの水中脱出は種も仕掛けもない。
Just be quiet, please. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but be quiet. Okay, no, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet.
そうだ、
She changed her uniform.
制服を着替えたからだよね。
寄宿舎には予備の制服が何着も置いてあったはずです。それをあらかじめステージ裏に隠しておいたのですか？
Okay, now you're just being cute. And that's annoying. I'm joking. That's cool. That's cute.
そっか、タオルも置いてあったんだね。まあ短時間で髪を完全に乾かすのは難しいだろうけど、夢野さんは髪が短い上に帽子もかぶってるから、少しくらい濡れてても誰にも気づかれないだろうね。
濡れませんよ。夢野さんは水には濡れない体質なんです。
So does that mean she's still wet right now? That sucks. I hate being like wet and clothed. That's like it's really uncomfortable.
うちの巻じゃ。お主らの言った通りじゃ。あの水槽と階段には仕掛けがあったんじゃ。
Shock, shock, horror,
や
horror.
っぱりね、分かってたけど。
Says the girl who says that she doesn't know
水槽
anything.
に仕掛けがあったのは認め
マキ
るが、うちがそれを使ったとは限らんぞ。
Come on.
うちはあくまで魔法によって水中脱出し
Why would you go out of your way to like say that everyone was right?
いつまで言ってんだ。
Just to be like,
頭の
no.
動物か。
Whatever.
これで水中脱出の方法も分か
Nice
ったこ
one, Miu.
とだし、さっさと話を進めようか。
星君の死体が隠されていた場所ね。今の話から考える限り
This is the big question mark.
で、その階段の中のスペースでしょうね。
でもそこは夢野さんが脱出に使うスペースだよね。
夢野は死体と一緒にあの階段の中に入ったのか。アンジョラ系のド変態じゃねえか。
You say that, but
それは無理だと思います。
how would you know Kibo?
二人同時に
I mean, it's besides the point because there was no one in the tank. Oh wait, no, well, yeah, there was no one in the tank, but they could have been in the stairs, I guess.
いくら星君と夢野さんが小柄でも
Okay, I stand corrected.
難しいと思う
That'd be kind of gross. Anyway,
入れ替わりで入ればいいだけだから
Angie, you are savage.
水槽から階段のスペースに入るときそこにあった死体を引っ張り出して代わりにスルスルっと自分が入ればほらあの時の状況が完成
I'm guessing that the point of contention is going to be like that.
どうやって自分と龍馬の死体を入れ替えたのだ
That Gunter, upon kind of going into the top of the tank, he didn't see anything in the tank.
決めつけるんですか
So,
むしろ君子以外に今の方法ができた人っている
Angie, you are scary. Funny and endearing in a weird way, but definitely scary.
一緒に行動していた夢野さんを追い詰めるんですか天子こそ卑弥呼のことをかばってるけどその卑弥呼が犯人だったらどうする天子のせいでみんな死なんだよ神様に祈りを捧げる人もいなくなっちゃうんだよ
What's her blood type again? I'm not really one for like blood type personality theories, but I'm guessing she's like some kind of like
いいですよ
a B type or something like that. I don't know. I don't know much. Like again, I don't know much, but like
誰に何を言われても
she's definitely not an A type.
天子は信じています夢野さんは人を殺すような人じゃありません
Or really even an O type. I don't know. Like again, I'm not really familiar with her. I just know that like the Japanese and the Koreans are really big on that type of thing. Much less than like Chinese people, right? Of whom I am. Admirable of you, Tenko, but I mean, I don't think she's the killer, so you know. So that's something, I guess.
水中で入れ替えられたのは卑弥呼しかいないんだよ
夢野さんは自分が水槽から脱出する際に階段の中から死体を引っ張り出した。
Maybe that's the point that we need to contend with. Excuse me.
それを見たとでも言うんですか
Why so serious?
あの時はショーの最中だったから水槽にはカーテンがかか
We're
って
doing good with time so far. Like
つまり誰も
we're proceeding with good time, I should say. No one saw it. Well, what did these fish say? Damn it.
花色階段の中にも星の死体なんてなかった嘘つくんじゃねえよ天使なブス嘘なんかじゃありませんそして手品でもブスでもありません
It is possible that Himiko and Ryoma switch places in the water, but I feel like I'm forgetting an important point. Lucky for you, Shuichi, I am not. I did not forget.
ないんだよ
夢野さんは自分が水槽から脱出する際に階段の中から死
I mean, we could have contended with that point, but like we don't have the evidence. Drag out the body hidden in the stairs
入れ替わりでその中に
and simply switch places with it. I think that's the point actually. That I should have went for it. Should have been a bit more brave, more bold, more forthcoming. But basically, no one saw anything. Okay, that's not the one. Yeah, it's Kyo's point, I guess. Fucking liar.
つくんじゃねえよ天使なブス
Regina Busu.
嘘なんかじゃありませんそして手品でもブスでもありません
Okay.
夢野さんは自分から脱出する際に階段の中から引っ張り出して
No? Am I using the wrong evidence? Let me see. Until after the piranhas were released. I think that's definitely the right one. If Ryoma drowned before the show, his body could have been hidden in the stairs, no? Plus, he wasn't that big. Even Himiko could have moved him. It's a feasible trick, right? Am I wrong on this? Insect meet and greet, no. Kokichi's account, no. Wet staircase. So we're not wet, so it doesn't mean... It doesn't seem like the stairs could have gotten wet when the water tank broke. It's definitely Gonza's account. But it's not that point. Oh yeah, okay, it's Kokichi's point because no one saw anything. Gonza still saw something. So... Yeah! Fuck you! Stupid kid.
いや、水槽の中を見ていた人ならいたんだ。ゴンタ君だよ。ショーの最中にステージに上がったゴンタ君は上から水槽の中を見ていた。
I'm getting hungry already, damn it. I might have to take a mini break in between.
そうだよね。
Just to like quickly... Because yeah, I'm gonna be here for the long haul it seems. We'll see. If I'm raring to go, I might just skip the break, but... We're gonna be here for a while.
水槽の中には誰もいなかったんだ。だから手がかりにはならない。
いや、それは大きな手がかりだよ。だってもし階段の中に星君の死体を隠していたなら、夢野さんがその中に入るとき、星君の死体を外に出さなくちゃいけないはずなんだ。だってあの階段には2人が同時に入るほどのスペースはなかったからね。でもゴンタ君が水槽の中を見たとき、そこに誰もいなかったってことは、階段の中に星君の死体を隠していたって考えは成立しなくなるんだ。
無理やり2人同時に入ったかもしれねえだろ。入れ替わりを目撃されねえようにな。
Weren't you listening to what we were just saying? I'm guessing she meant the staircase. Didn't we just refute that?
だとすると無理して狭い階段の中で
Oh, maybe she meant the space in the back. Oh wait, no, in the yeah.
むしろ死体を水槽に出してから入る方が素早く死体を水槽に出してから入る方が素早く楽に行えるので合理的です。
Yeah, I mean they wouldn't have factored in, like they wouldn't have predicted that, you know, Gonzo would have rushed onto there if it really was like, you know, like planned in advance. Sure, you want me to lend you a Sharpie, and not the one you draw with or write with. Where was the body indeed? Inside the piranha tank? Now I'm starting to really believe that, because there's no other explanation as to why there were more quote-unquote more piranhas, right? Like, where would they get more piranhas from? Obviously they can't. Damn it. I thought I failed. And maybe like because it was so cramped, like they couldn't eat his body because there wasn't enough space to, you know, eat the body because they were so cramped in there. Whoops, what did he say? Okay, so I'm running with this. It's already a theory, but fucking come on. Oh boy. Okay. Well, these non-stop debate sections are longer than they used to be. They used to be kind of a lot more brief, but now there's like, okay, this is one I need to hit. No? Wait, what? Hold on. Piranha tank. Was hung over his... Oh. No, okay, no, that's not the one. What's the one that says that like it was more cramped? Cramped piranhas. Cramped piranhas? Scratch handcuffs. What? Piranha tank. Okay, now I'm kind of at a loss because I was sure there was a way to enter the tank and it would have been plausible. Maybe I'm supposed to point out the pain. Impossible, you need top-notch visual effects to pull it. Visual effects. Oh yeah, okay, they're addressing it here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I think you're onto something here. I think you're onto something. I think you're onto something. I hadn't thought about this. Because I thought that the square pane was part of the flap, but I guess it wasn't. I'm running with it. Because I thought that like there wasn't enough space in there, but like maybe they were separated. By what? Pray tell? By a square pane. 不一三世だ. DVD. Okay, Shuichi, let's do this. It's weird, I don't know how they did it, but I may be better than this than I gave myself credit for. Am I right, guys? Huh. So this would have to have been done after they set everything up. Where would they have gotten the pain from? Man, this is fucking convoluted. Just like the first trial. It's crazy. I guess the theme of this is like psycho killing cool or whatever it is, right? So it's really over the top. Which is? Yep. That pretty much corroborates what we think, or should I say, yeah, kind of not corroborates necessarily, but you know what I mean. It's getting late. Words are becoming difficult. Wait a minute. I wish I could watch that again. Wait a minute. What if the tank... What if he was already in there when they brought him over? Because they said it was so heavy that they needed 4 people to carry it, right? So he was already in the fucking thing? Huh. Huh. He was already in the water tank? Okay, so this is the point they're trying to make, is like... Okay, yeah, I know what to do here. This is easy. Huh, okay, so he was... And I know what that certain something is. Come on, Maki. Oh, sorry, I forgot, you don't know anything. Maybe you shouldn't have been involved in this class trial. Just saying. All those times you fucking... all that time you fucking, you know... blew me off. How is the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank? Easy, man. Was that not it? What was it? Piranha tank. Was it? Yeah, it's this one. It's this one, right? Damn it. There's a trick to the piranha. What was it? Is it not that the sides are made of wood? Damn it, I might die. Is it not the fucking piranha tank? Oh, maybe it was the piranhas. Okay. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, sorry, I was thinking about it wrong. From the wrong angle, let's say. God, this is fucking convoluted as shit already. We haven't even gotten to like how the fucking scratches on the fucking shit tie into it either. I'm starting to think it's not Angie, even though like it seems that this was very much premeditated. You know. Okay, we get it. We get it. The glass pane was the lid from... No, it wasn't. Oh wait, was it? Oh, okay. Okay. So there was a lid, but we thought that there wasn't because it was being used as a separator. God, Tinker, you're no slouch on the twin dangers, on the double barrels, if you know what I mean, either.
って水中で死体と入れ替わったんじゃないなら必ずしも夢野さんの犯行とは言えませんからね。
他の容疑者も考えられるってだけで容疑者から外れたわけじゃないけどね。
それでも大いなる進歩なのです。よかったね、卑弥君。きっと神様も喜んでいるよ。
Oh, Angie.
じゃなくて
There's a special place in hell. I'm joking. I'm joking.
夢野さんに謝ってください。
Angie's cool.
神様もみかん
Heaven will make heaven a place on earth.
器のちっちゃい神様だな。
Oh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Oh, heaven is a place on earth. Saying love, and heaven love comes first. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be singing right now. It's not the right time. Okay, whatever. Just can we just get to the point, please? Sorry, like I'm almost forgetting that it's a fucking let's play right now. I'm just like fucking please.
洗脳がまるで溶けてない。でも天候は諦めませんよ。つーかどうすんだよ。結局振り出しに戻っちまったじゃねえか。
振り出しってなんで？
てめえは偏差値5か。全員が容疑者ってことは振り出しってことだろうが。
全員じゃないよ。容疑者はアリバイのないやつだけだからね。
アリバイってなんだよ。
ああ、色豚にわかるわけないよね。仕方ない。順を追って説明してあげるよ。
Kokishi's my bae.
犯人は体育館のピラニアの水槽に仕切り板を入れたり、そこに死体を隠したりしたみたいだけど、体育館でそんな細工ができる時間なんて実は結構限られてるんだよね。
Yup. Damn it. I've got one heart left, fuck. Good thing I said that skill yesterday during night time. Damn it! Did I lose? Oh god, I didn't think that one through. That's my bad. Okay. It's good that they let you retry. I think it's part of the system this time around because like it seems like influence is a lot easier to lose. Or rather, you don't have so much of it. Okay, we already know this. I have to go through all of this shit again. Good thing there's a fast forward button that's to mash. Oh boy. Oh baby, do you know what that's worth? Oh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Before night time. So he was already dead by then. Okay, yeah, I didn't think it through. So nighttime is specifically 10 p.m., right? So he was killed sometime. Cookies my bae.
体育館が閉鎖されている以上、可能性はなくなるんだ。
Yep.
2時間に体育館に入るとなっちゃうからね。
オイラの肛門がね。
What? Okay, shut up, please. Okay.
つまり今朝のショーの前って可能性だけど。
いや、それはないよ。今朝はアナウンスが鳴る前からアンジーと卑弥呼が体育館の前で待ってたんだぞ。
というわけで残された可能性は昨日の夜時間前しかないんだよ。こんな簡単な問題を間違えるようなやつはそこの色豚ビチコちゃんレベルの恥ずべき存在だよね。
つまり犯人は
She's
昨
loving
日
it.
の夜時間前に星君の死体をピラニアの水槽に入れたのね。だったら彼が殺されたのも昨日の夜時間前ということになるわね。
やった、これで犯行時刻が分かったね。
けどまだざっくりしてんな。もっと時間を絞れねえのか。
Whoops. Too trigger happy. Okay, let's kind of think about this. What narrows down a time frame?
星君の目撃情報をもとに考えれば彼の死亡時刻をもっと絞れるんじゃないかな。ねえ、東條さんはみんなに聞いていたよね。ええ、最後に見かけたのは極原君だったわよ。
え、そうなの？
ゴンタさんが最後に星さんを見かけたのはいつなんですか？
みんなを昆虫で和もう会に。
That was around the same time that we saw him, right?
夜8時くらいだったと思う。
最後に目撃されたのが夜8時。なおかつ殺されたのが
Sometime between 8 and 10.
夜8時から夜10時までが犯行時刻ということになるわね。
その時間のアリバイがない人を探せばいいんだ。
One of them is Mackie, which I'm guessing is our next red herring. Or I should say wrongfully suspected person.
その時間帯は大半の人間がゴン。
Okay, you're speaking too slow, man.
あの場にいなかったのは星君以外だと。
I'm starting to think that I might actually split this up. Because, yeah, like, I don't know if I can handle this whole thing again. It's gonna be like another, like, 3-4 hours. So I might actually do that, actually. Sorry for anyone watching this. But also I'm kind of a bit worried because it's getting late. Okay, Korikiyo, did you want to hide your boner for a sec? Oh, sorry, I forgot you don't have. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because like it's getting late. I think I'm actually finish this another time. I mean, obviously it'll be the next episode for you guys, but okay, sorry, I need to pay attention. We'll get to the interlude at the very least.
だとしてもそこまで自己申告する？自分で自分の首を絞めてるようなもんだよ。
いくら5分くらいっつっても体育館に一人でいたのは怪しすぎんだろ。そのメイドババアで決まりだ。
Okay, she's the next red herring, it seems. Makes sense.
決めるのが早すぎるよ。ちゃんと他の人の話も聞いてみてからにしない？
そんなもん必要ね。
ですがイルマさんにだって犯行時刻のアリバイはありませんよ。
俺様を疑ってんのか？俺様は体育館がどこにあるのかも知らねえんだぞ。そうやって無駄な嘘までつくからイルマさんは疑われちゃうんだと思うよ。
他にアリバイがないのは 桃田君と春川さん、君たちの言い分を聞かせて
I'm interested to hear Kaito's alibi
ずっと自分の研究教
because
室
he wasn't very clear about that
体育館
to me or to us.
でも
Maki, I believe,
誰もそれを証明できないんだよ
but she's obviously going to be under suspicion at some point. Don't know if it's now. I think they're just lumping everyone together at the moment.
そのしょぼひげからしてかなり怪しいよね
That's funny.
むしろエレブ感丸出し
Yep, okay. Ichikoku's my bae.
アリバイがない4人の中に犯人がいるのは間違いありません。
申し訳ありませんが君たちを疑わざるを得ない状況です。
誰ですか？誰が犯人なんですか？
待てよ、なんで俺が疑われてんだ
Okay, we have, I guess, our first mass debate on whatever the fuck it's called here.
思い出したぞ。俺様にはアリバイがあったんだ。私が怪しいかどうかは議論を進めてみればわかるはずよ。私は犯人なんかじゃない。
So this was what that skill was for. Okay, this is gonna creep at like 15 FPS. Let's hope it doesn't, but let's see.
教室のロッカーに隠れたり女子トイレに隠れたりしてな
I can't lie yet. Interesting. I tried holding down Y, or triangle, but
マキのアリバイは？
時間前に疲れて寝ちまったんだ。
私は誰でも
本当に夜9時に
まさか
体育館を
女子トイ
出たんです。
レでですか？ずっと研究教室にいただけ
さすがに自分の個室だっつうの。
私は
俺はどんなから逃げ回ってたんだ。教室のロッカーに隠れたり女子トイレに隠れたりしてな。
what?
天才倒しですね。マキのアリバイは？
時間前に疲れて寝ちまったんだ。
私は誰とも会ってない。
まさか女子トイレで
ですか？ずっと研究教室にいたんじゃない。
さすがに
Stay in the gym. Did you not stay at the gym? So there's two statements there that I can refute.
逃げ回ってたんだ。 教室のロッカーに隠れ
Do I have Gaunt's account, which is yeah, that's not related at all. Pool rules, not related. I doubt it's related. Maki alone. Kokichi's account. That was about Kirimi, right? So do you have anything to say about that, Kirimi? I'm gonna focus on you for now.
夜9時に体育館を出たんです。ずっと体育館にいたんじゃないです。
さすがに自分の個室だっつうの。
That was kind of a guess, but I got it right, I guess.
いや東條さんの言葉は本当だと思う。だって大間くんが言ってたんだ。大間くんは夜9時に
体育館にいた夢野ちゃんとアンディちゃんをゴンタが捕まえに来たんだ。で俺はその直後にゴンタの研究教室を出て、確かに東條ちゃんが体育館にいられたのは
大馬くんにはその話をもっと早くしてもらい。
ごめん、忘れてた。裁判を盛り上げるためとかそういう意図はないよ。
忘れた。その発言は嘘の可能性がありそうです。
Bitch.
人間はロボットと違ってハードディスクから簡単に記録を呼び出せないんだよ。
僕が落ち込むと思いましたか。むしろ皆さんの非合理さに同情します。
Kokibo.
とにかくもし私が犯人だとするとたった5分間で星君を殺したことになるわ。さらにその死体を体育館まで運んでティラニアの水槽に隠すなんてとても不可能よ。
星を体育館に呼びつけて殺せば死体の運搬をする必要はなくなるよ。そうすればあとは水槽の細工だけで済むけど。
もともと体育館にはアンジーさんたちがいて、極原君が彼女たちをさらったのは私にとって不可抗力よ。まさかそれを計算に入れてあらかじめ星君を呼び出しておいたとでも言うの？
さすがに厳しそうだよね。おとなしく他の可能性を探した方が良さそうかも。
きっと他の誰かが俺と東條ちゃんが話している間に体育館に忍び込んだんだろうね。
それができた可能性があるのはアリバイのない残りの3人。
入間さんと桃田さんと春川さんですね。俺様も入ってる。
ただその中には容疑者から外せそうな人が1人いるんだよね。
怪しくねえやつがいるだろう。ちゃんとみんなに言ってやれよ。
そうだ。大間くんが言っているのって入間さんのことだよね。
なんだと？
そうだね。彼女にはアリバイがあるから容疑者から外していいと思う。
うっしゃ、だから言ったじゃねえか。
待て、こいつにアリバイがあるなんて今まで誰もそんなこと言ってなかったじゃねえか。
でもみんなの発言を合わせて考えてみる限りそうとし
Yeah.
か考えられないんだ。
There's Gonta's account and then there's Kokichi's account.
下着姿。
そんな欲求不満の露出狂なんて入間ちゃん以外にいないでしょ。
目つきはよくねえぞ。大間が見たのはただ。
Sorry, keep skipping it quickly because I'm reading faster than they're speaking.
それは別の意味で有罪だと思う。
いや、入間さんで間違いないよ。ゴンタ君と入間さんの証言もそれを示しているんだ。
I'm jealous. Okay, let's hear it. So you were just exhibitioning yourself? Okay, okay. I guess that's pretty much the reason. Maybe not. Ooh. Let's 2 words. God damn.
まあ
Why did she look embarrassed in that photo? Nice. That's a new sprite.
いろいろと理解不能な部分がありますが、イルマさんにアリバイがあるのは間違いなさそうですね。
ちょっと時間がかかっちゃったけど、これでようやくみんなのアリバイができた。
Okay, so what's the next point of contention here?
念のためにこれは覚えておこうか。また後で思い出すこともあるかもしれない。
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on it, I think. Hopefully the interlude is soon.
なるほど。これでアリバイがないのは桃田君と春川さんだけになった。
I'm really interested to see what Kaito says here.
そのどっちかが犯人なんだね。どっちが犯人だろうね。どちらにしようかな。神様の。
待て待て、勝手に決めてんじゃねえよ。
あのさ、まずは犯人
Really?
を確定させない？
I don't know.
そうすれば犯人につながる手がかりが。
そんなまどろっこしいことしなくていいよ。俺にいい考えがあるから。この二人のどっちかが犯人ってことは、今まで重ねてきた理論から導き出された結果だよね。だとすると、これは決めつけでも何でもなく、俺らが導き出した真実なんだ。だったら、その真実をもっと有効に使おうよ。
有効に。
この二人のどっちかが犯人なら、残ったもう片方には犯人が分かってるってことだよね。
Explain.
自分が犯人じゃないなら、相手の方こそが犯人だ。
確かにそうですね。
Muse sprite.
俺らの中にはすでに犯人が分かった人がいるってことなんだ。
Which is the culprit, I guess.
だったらその人に頑張ってもらえばいいんだよ。
Okay, I don't know if that was
頑張るって何を？
useful what you said, but
その二人だけで徹底的に議論してもらうんだ。
I mean, that's what's gonna come to, yeah.
言い争ってもらうんだよ。
そんなことしても罪をなすりつけ合うだけにしかならないと思うんだけど。
それの何が悪いの？協力とか力を合わせてとか言ってるけど、それって結局は疑うのが怖いだけでしょ。信頼って言葉に逃げて人を疑う責任を放棄しようとしてるだけでしょ。そんな相手を気遣うような議論ばっかりしてても犯人にプレッシャーを与えられないね。嘘つきをあぶり出すにもっと精神的に追い詰めないといけない。そうしてこそ初めて嘘のベールに隠された本性が姿を見せるんだよ。
I guess he's not wrong, but not very nice what he's saying, I guess.
理論とか推理とかはもういいから。
Okay, I'm starting to see what he's putting down here.
蔑んであざけって軽蔑して叩きのめすような、そんなつまらなくない極限の議論をやろうよ。
Interesting.
そうすればきっと犯人はボロを出すはずなんだ。嘘つきがあぶり出されるはずなんだよ。
Actually, a good idea. I can't fault his idea. It's pretty good.
裁判の醍醐味なんじゃないかな。
Unless, and it's a big unless it's neither of them, which is highly possible, given like Danganronpa in general. Totes me goats.
ほらねじゃねえよ。てめえはどっちの味方なんだ。
もちろんみんなの味方だよ。俺だってまだ死にたくない。
I feel that this is either the exaltation of Kokichi here, or the,
必要なんだ。嘘つきをあぶり出すための極限の議論がさ。
or like a kind of a, how do you say it, like a day of reckoning for him, if you will. Either he's completely right or he's completely wrong, which is interesting.
じゃーん、これだよ。
Oh yeah, we get to watch these, I guess.
しかもこれは被害者である星ちゃんの モノクマーズパッドなのでした。実は捜査が始まった時、真っ先に彼の部屋に行って拝借しておいたんだよね。
彼の部屋から映像を持ち出したのは犯人じゃなくて君だったのか。
I had an inkling about that actually.
で、なんで俺がこのタイミングでこんなものを出したのかっていうと、実は星ちゃんが持っていた同期ビデオが2人の容疑者のどっちかのものだったからなんだよね。
And we can watch it and see whose it is, I guess. But that's interesting because like we had Kaito's, and he didn't know that we had Kaito's.
そこにどんな意味があるのか、それを知るためにも。
So does that suggest that it's not Kaito? Because we have his motive video, or at least we think we did. Because like at some point like our Cubs pads could have been mixed up, and that is when like Kokichi took all of them and redistributed them out. Or the Monicubs, right? So it's down on the Monicubs, I guess. Interesting turn of events here.
同期ビデオだ。
あれ、なんでわかったの？さては犀原ちゃんが持ってる同期ビデオって桃とちゃんのだったんでしょ。
You're quick, Kokichi.
だから消去法で春川ちゃんを選んだんじゃない？
Interesting. Kokichi is like leading the proceedings here at the moment. Again, it's going to be like either like he's completely right or he's completely wrong.
やっと喋ってくれたね。それでいいんだよ。俺が同期ビデオを持ち出したのはそうやって君に喋ってもらうためなんだよ。何それ。さーて、2人とも準備はいいかな？そろそろ始めちゃうよ。自分が犯人じゃないのに相手こそ星ちゃんを殺した犯人だ。じゃあ極限の議論の始まりだ。死に物狂いで相手の化けの皮を剥がしてみろ。
He's definitely having fun.
ちょっと待てよ。
That's something I can't
何を
deny.
勝手に。
ふざけたこと言ってんじゃねえ。どっちが犯人かなんて議論するまでもねえだろう。俺は犯人じゃねえからな。それだけは絶対に間違いねえんだ。
桃田君待って。大間君のやり方以外にも。
けど春川も犯人なんかじゃねえぞ。
え？は？
何言ってるの？まさかどっちも犯人じゃないとか言うつもり？
Honestly, this is getting good. I'm almost like a bit sad that I'm gonna have to cut it in the middle, but it's getting late.
俺も春川も犯人なんかじゃねえのは間違いねえ。
Okay.
なんとなくそんな気がすんだよ。
ねえ、本当に何言ってるの？
Oh god, is Kokichi cracking here?
俺ら全員の命がかかってるんだ。まさか君のただの勘なんかに俺ら全員の命をかけるつもりじゃないよね。
はっ、分かってねえな。こいつはただの勘なんかじゃねえんだよ。宇宙に轟く桃田海斗の勘だ。てめえらの命を。
何それ。
めちゃくちゃですね。大間くん以上に。
I have no idea what's going on right now.
本気じゃないよね。
I think Kokichi's breaking.
そこまでバカじゃないよね。
いや、バカじゃないですかね。バカだバカ。神ったバカさだよ。
バカを連呼すんじゃねえ。とにかく俺も春川も犯人なんかじゃねえんだよ。こいつは絶対に間違いねえ。俺は春川を信じてるからな。
This is weird.
信じるって。なんで根拠もなく。
Kaito's being weird right now.
理由も根拠も関係ねえよ。誰が何と言おうと、どんな手がかりがあろうと、最終的には俺自身がどう思うかだろ。俺が信じられるかどうか、俺が信じたいかどうか、 大事なのはそれだけだろ。
We had his motive
本
video.
当に根拠はないの？
Like, he's acting a bit weird right now.
なんですね。
でも天子もその気持ちはわかります。
I mean,
天子も
I don't know if I should say what I'm thinking right now, but I guess I should maybe. It's like, obviously, like let's say like let's speak generally, right? If you're the killer, it's not necessary for you. It's not necessary for you to get away, right? To get away with the murder, to indict someone else. The only thing that's necessary is that you don't get caught, right? You know, again, like there's a sliver of kind of hope within me that really wishes that Kaito isn't. Isn't the culprit, but I'm just saying, you know. The goal of the killer, generally speaking, is not to indict someone else or to have other people indict someone else, but just for them to not be found out as the killer. If that makes sense. I know I'm being like really, I'm kind of being very vague, but like I don't necessarily want to be overly explicit, if you will. Like, call it personality thing from me. I don't know what it is really, but
そうやってみんなを自分のペースに引き込んでさ。
君まで何言ってるの？超高校級の探偵が根拠もなしに人を信じるの？
でも春川さんが犯人って根拠もまだないよね。それに桃田くんが犯人って根拠もまだない。
I hope you guys know what I'm putting down. I know some of you might be screaming at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just fucking say it, right?
春川さんと桃田くんを信じてみる。
よく言った秀一。さすがは俺の助手だぜ。
It doesn't, you know, okay, let me just say this, right? Kokiji has a point. He may be a fucking edgelord, like, to the max, right? But he has a point. In that cooperation tends to be, as Shuichi knows, right? Tends to be a good way of dealing with things. Tends to be. But it isn't always going to yield a good result for you. Sometimes cooperation can be a weapon that a killer might use to cloud people's judgment and to sow, you know, sentimentality into them. I'm being pretty explicit now, so I think I'm gonna stop, but like, yeah, I'm just saying, I mean, it's pretty clear what I'm saying, right? Kaito's acting a bit weird, basically, you know. And my reasoning behind that is what I just said, so. Anyway, I'm not paying attention to what people are saying. Okay, we're finally getting to some good stuff, Maki. Okay, I'm interested to know why you blew me off all those free time events. What? Interesting. I did have my doubts about what, like, him being killed in at that particular time. I don't think he was killed that early. He was definitely killed before the magic show. And there's the whole thing about Monokuma saying that, like, you know, that the hint he gave us. Yeah, no one can enter the pool at night time. That is, if they're living, right?
ことだな。
So what were you doing, Maki, meeting up with Fiona? What happened?
それに春川さんはどうして今になってそんなことを言うんですか？
そんなの決まってるよ。春川ちゃんの苦し紛れの嘘だからだよ。
Well, what I was going to say is that I don't think she wanted people to suspect her. I don't know if it's a lie. Why would she lie about that? I mean, there's an obvious way of thinking about it, which is like, so that it alleviates the suspicion that's placed on both her and Kaito. I think this is the intermission. Okay, cool. Yeah, so guys, sorry, like I'm gonna have to cut this in between. When we come back, we'll get back to this. Hopefully I'll still remember what's going on. I think I will. But we're at an interesting, very, very interesting interlude actually. This trial actually pretty exciting, I have to say. But yeah, so far I don't like. There's the possibility, right? This is Danganronpa we're talking about, after all. But there's a possibility that between these two suspects that we've gotten to, that neither of them really is the culprit, right? But even between Maki and Kaito, I don't think I don't think Maki did it. I don't even think she's lying just based off a hunch. She could be, obviously, but you know, but yeah, compared to Kaito, you know, Kaito, I kind of want to believe in him, but Kokichi has a point, you know. I don't know what it is, but like I just keep thinking about him, you know. Not to mention that he was also one of the people. Oh god, I feel so like weird and freaked out right now about this. I think this is what Danganronpa generally makes you feel. Makes you feel kind of a bit freaked out because of all of the suspicion and doubt and all that stuff. But like, Kaito was one of the people who brought the tank over. You know, it's like I feel weird suspecting Kaito this early on. I mean, we still have a bit of time, but like, I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff. Like, again, this is the thing with Danganronpa. It fucking trolls you, right? Just when you think you figured it out, it'll be like a curveball, which is another thing I'm considering. Is like, what if it isn't Kaito? You know, because let's just say I won't. You know, again, I'm not gonna say anything specific, but in the past playing these games, like I have like been like super certain there was someone, only for the game to then be like, nope, just pull the rug from under your feet, and it's like, nope, it was this person. I was like, what the fuck, right? So like, I'm really considering what this game pulled in the first chapter, in the first fucking chapter, what this fucking game pulled, right? I am completely open to any possibilities, right? So I'm gonna sleep on it and see how I feel, but I'm going to, yeah, complete this trial and see what happens. But very, very interesting trial so far. Hope you guys are enjoying this also. Sorry for, you know, I'm kind of a bit quiet. I was kind of a bit quiet in this episode and skipping over shit and not really paying attention because I'm tired. It's like, I think it's like 3 or 4 a.m. right now. So I'm gonna get some sleep. So I hope you will look forward to the next part. I definitely am. And yeah, like, until next time, guys, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're hyped like I am, and I will catch you in the next episode of Danganronpa B3 with me, Bowjinjin Plays, and we will fucking finish this shit. And I know it's going to be crazy, even right now, right? So yeah, look forward to it, and as always, catch you guys next time. Peace out, compadres. Have a good night. Bye.